each and one of you. And it's good that you are here.
Who's gonna start speaking English now?
Es que
There's
what?
something missing or anything like that, it could be behind.
So week 5, kinship.
Banner
Here we're gonna talk base on kinship,
anything
maybe a
wrong.
little bit, review a little bit. And if you are new, maybe you're not, maybe you know this already. And like I said before, a lot of people who join in on the class here, they'll tend to, maybe they look back on the recording and revisit it and so on and so forth. So without further ado, we're gonna get right into it. Week 5. Okay, in this unit, students will be presented with more in-depth information on kinship. And sometimes, like I said, sometimes we'll tend to forget a word, and we'll need to be reminded of a word in Ho-Chunk, what it could be, what it's used for, and how it's used. Students will recognize formal terms of family members. Students will also be introduced to Ho-Chi-Chi, boy, Hinogink, girl, formal kinship charts. Students will practice using singular kinship possessives with kinship formal terms. Students will practice introducing their parents and grandparents. Students will practice the terms with speaking session activity. Okay, so Byron looks to be the host and an instructor and Nanchke, if I'm reading that right. So again, basically kind of approximately kind of just doing the video so others could look over on it. I don't really see anybody else. I mean, like I said, it was advertised. But anywho, we'll still get to it. Who knows, might be a good archive for in the future. Wajoki Kinup. Wajoki is family. Kinup means to be related to or sibling to. It's a verb or term we use when we use like this is my sibling or my relative. That's how we use it. Or to be a sibling to. That's how that's used. Kinup. Okay, mother, we say he uni, mother's sister. We say for father's brother, he anch. Grandmother, we say he koroke. Grandfather, we say he choke. We say he choke for grandfather. As we go on here to the next slide of the presentation here. Sister, Hinuk Kinup. Okay, Hinuk. Hinuk is it's a woman, or there's a word for girl, but as preference we say Hinuk, Kinup. The word Hinuk, Kinup together just talks about sister in general. Would it be okay to say Hinogink Kinup? I'd say okay, understandable. Brother, of course, Wonk. We have the long A, Wonk. Wonk Kinup. Okay, that's how we say that. Wonk Kinup. In other words, I was talking about Wonk is a male or basically a male. Again, could people say Ho-Chi-Chi Kinup? Maybe it'd be understandable. So, like I said, I try to keep in mind the Ho-Chunk language is it's really, really descriptive. There's more than one way to say something, and I'm pretty sure we all know that. And all right, we'll keep going here. We'll continue on with the presentation of the class. All right, we got some more family. And again, keep in mind, these expressions are used when we express our family to a group of people, or this expression maybe to, not even just to a group, but to someone. And then so we'll start with here with our father, sister. We say he chewing. He chewing. Again, just a quick reminder, the C's make a CH sound in the Ho-Chunk language alphabet. He chewing. Okay. And uncle, we say he dake. We say he dake. Granddaughter or niece, we say he chujunk. He chujunk. Grandson or nephew, we say he chunshke. We say he chunshke. So with he chujunk, of course, you look at that, you know, we know that, of course, it probably comes from chujunk, or it's a related word to chujunk, and it, you know, it talks about granddaughter or niece. We look at uncle, you know, it kind of looks similar to dega or hide. It kind of almost sounds similar, not quite. Brother, sister, of course, you know, we know that one probably comes from chewing. Okay, chewing or he chewing. Grandson or nephew, of course, you know, chushke or he chushke. He chushke. Excuse me there. Okay, we'll continue on here. The next slide. Okay, what you're looking at here is each and one of these, you know, these are sibling terms. Sibling terms. You know, some of them will be same for the male and the female, some of them will be different. And so usually I kind of choose on different people to read, but who's on the list here is an instructor, a former, you know, well-respected instructor that we know of from Ho-Chunk Wazirachi. And good to see you, Honey Cha, Hi P. And then we also have some employees of the program. So usually, like I said, we always try to, you know, enjoy participants. But so it's kind of like, you know, what do you say? Like a quick reminder, so on and so forth. And excuse us there, we got a phone ringing in the background. I must see. We'll keep going. So we have, as you look at the first one here, older brother. Okay, hinuk. You look at that, of course, that's for female. So we say for female or woman, hinuk. Okay. Older brother. She'll say women. They'll say hichiro. Okay, hichiro. And as you notice, there's hara at the end of each term. Hara. Hara is expressed in my or mine, okay? That one's only used when expressed in family or siblings, okay? And that's it. There's another verb we use when expressed in like objects that's yours, and that's for a different time. But we only use hara for family or siblings, okay? Okay, and as we continue on with the hinuk, she'll say, or woman, for older sister, they say hinu for older sister. And but if the females will say my older sister, they say hinuhara. And as we continue on, for female, they'll say when they express their younger brother, they say hisunk. Hisunkara. So all you females, female relatives, you know, so far, you know, when you have a little brother. And when this one here, the hara was just only used for when you express in one sibling or one family member, just one, singular. It doesn't matter if you're talking to one person or more than one person. And this is only like if I were to, if a woman was to express her siblings to anybody more than one or however, she'll just use hara. Same for anybody, hara. As long as you express in one sibling or one relative. All right, so female, want to say real quick here, greetings to Alexander. I'm saying your name, Stager. Sometimes sometimes I pronounce the names when I must with the whole alphabet. Stager. Welcome, and we're going over kinship terms and family terms, siblings. And as we continue on, there is a past recording of a prior class of the expressive family terms. That is posted on the Facebook page, Hoit'e Renaissance. But this, you arrived at a time of introducing sibling terms. So if you have any siblings, Alexander, we'll be introduced to that. So welcome. Okay, so younger sister for the female, she says he chunk. She says he chunk. Again, is a C. You got your nasal A, he chunk kata. Okay, so we'll go over here to the wonk. Okay, wonk, the males. For older brother, we say he ni. Okay, he ni. If I say my older brother or whatever, we say he ni hara. Okay. And older sister, we say for older sister, he knew hara. He knew hara. I'll slow it down a little bit. He knew hara. Younger brother, we say he sunk. He sunk. So the hara on end, he sunk hara. For Mel's younger sister, we say waichke, waichke, waichke hara. Okay. And there are some baby terms. I want to go through each one, and then I'll talk about the baby terms. For females, we have hichiro for older brother. They'll tend to use or say, maybe you'll still hear today as dodo. Women will use and say dodo for older brother. Even for older sister, men and women, female, male, will tend to use nunu. I never really heard of nunu hara, but I just heard of nunu. And same thing for males, when we say older brother, I heard before ni. Again, I never really heard of ni hara. Could you use it? I guess, it's a baby term, ni hara. All right, so we go down here, like I said before, it's kind of all in abundance. For each one, male or female, like I said, each one. And there's no ga down there, but when we express the family's name, we use ga after anybody's name, ga. So for an example, if we use the cursor right here, where it says hara, and it has a blank, and that's where you would express your family terms, where it has blank hara, whatever term you're going to try to talk about. So say for an example, well, I'm a kuna, so I'm the firstborn of four. Okay. And so I have two little brothers, but I'll just use one in its preference since we're talking about hara. And I know all those, I can express all those and talk about all of them. Okay. So if I were to say my little brother is Corey, okay. So I'm gonna say Corey Cleveland ga he sunk hara. Okay. And so on the other end, so we have our cursor where it says blank, that's where your soup is gonna go. Soup. Okay. So if I say I have a little sister, which I do, Kaioma Cleveland ga, okay, Hoit'e hara. Okay, Hoit'e. And so Hoit'e is that you look on a one, W-A, long nasal A-K, and then younger sister, number 4, you go all the way across, Hoit'e. Okay, that's what you use for when you express your sister, a sister. Okay, and if you were to say your sibling, okay, you would just say any sibling term, and then you just say raga. So if we take the cursor, we look at raga down there on the bottom, and then it says R-A-G-A, raga. Okay. So say for an example, if I were to be talking to a female, okay, I would be talking to a female. And then I'll say for an example, I'd be talking to Guido Guske, okay, Guido Guske. If we're talking about her, you know, telling her, say for an example, I'll use any name. Stephanie ga, he knew Raka, okay. Stephanie ga, he knew Raka. Alexander, what do you think I said? I know you kind of just walked in, got welcomed nicely. If I was talking to a female and I would tell her I made a statement.
Can you repeat it?
So I'll use any name. Stephanie ga, Kinuraga. What do you think I said?
Stephanie is your sister?
Older sister or younger sister?
I do not know.
You're really, really warm. I can tell you that. You're really warm.
Would it be an older?
Yes, sir. Yes. Yep. It's like that.
Okay.
Good job.
And hi, everyone. I didn't know that I was, if my audio would be here or my video. So thank you for letting me join the class.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it on Facebook, so I wanted to log on real quick onto Zoom and catch it while it was close to 1 p.m.
Well, we're glad to have you. Glad to have you. And again, Tuesday and Thursdays, and hopefully we'll see you next week, every week.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I made a note of it. I got a big German-Irish family, so lots of siblings, lots of cousins. And then my best friend lives in Madison. Their family is Ho-Chunk, and she used to work with the branch office here in Chicago. And so, yeah, I just kind of want to learn the language as much as I can.
awesome, awesome. So like I said, you know, Rajita P. Gaja, glad that you're here. So
Thank you.
and like I said, a lot of these terms maybe you heard before. Maybe they're new, maybe you know, it's a reminder. So
Yeah,
one.
it's kind of like a crash course, but I like philology and learning languages, so I'm going to try to, you know, just digest what I can today, and then we'll move forward from there.
All right, good one. Sink it all in. There you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. As we continue on, you know, and I want to ask nicely, respectfully, DC, how would we say if you're we'll do one more and we'll continue on. DC, how would you say if you were talking to a female? I know we did one for a male. If you're talking to a male, DC, how would you say your little sister is Corinne? How would you say that?
Karingra Hoit'e Hara
Your little sister. You're
or
close.
Hoit'e Raga.
All right. So let's try that over, and then we'll include the name. So how would you say your little sister is Corinne?
Karinga Hoit'e Raga.
All right. Good one. Round of applause. I don't give a round of applause on the there you go. Yeah. All right. So I think we went through each one, made examples. We had someone translate English to Ho-Chunk, English. So I think we're good on this part of the presentation. So there it is right there. Again, a quick example of what we just talked about. Sibling, like I said, when you express somebody that, you're always gonna use God. You're always gonna use God. Sometimes you'll hear that said when we express someone else's, Hoit'e name. For an example, we got like Hoit'e Session. A lot of relatives, people they would just leave it at that. Hoit'e Session. Maybe when you're talking to someone, trying to get their attention. And but more so in a sentence, you're gonna use God. Okay. So as we just talked about, when DC just said, but I'll go, but this preference, if I were to say my little sister is Corinne, okay? Corinne ga Hoit'e Hada, okay? And this preference is Benita, okay? Benita ga he chunk hada. All right. So that's just a quick example, a quick look of what it looks like. All right, as we'll continue on. All right, now here's a expression of when we introduce our parents. Okay, our parents. All right, so in this preference, you're probably thinking, where does the wall come from? I see Hada, but where does the wall? Okay. So in this portion, part of the presentation, whenever you express more than one sibling or family, when you're gonna say my parents or my brothers, my so and so, you're gonna use wahada. Okay, you're gonna use wahada. Okay. Excuse the phone call again. I guess it's pretty busy up here. But you're gonna use wahada. And so if I were to express my father and my mother, okay, and it doesn't have to be father first or mother first, you're gonna use, so here it goes. Deanna Koya Cleveland ga Naga Craig Cleveland Sr. ga okay wahada. Okay wahada. Okay. That's how you say it. So we got the name ga, naga, and blank ga, and then you got parent. So if you put our cursor over towards okay, you see that there? Our cursor. Trying to get the cursor going, our mouse. If we put it over there, okay. And that one there, that could be yeah, right there. Sometimes that could wear out the throat sound. That's how we say that. Okay. That's parents. So with that portion, we'll try Alexander. Alexander, this is how it looks on my side. We're gonna put you to the test. All right, go ahead, Alexander.
Oh, do you want me to start with the names?
Yep, you say the name. You don't have to start with, I mean, you can start with your mom first or your dad first.
Can I say it
Doesn't
like
matter.
that? So Mark ga Naga ga Oke Wahara.
You only said one parent. You would do
Okay,
your
so-
mom and then your father. Or,
So Mark and Beth ga Naga ga Oke Wahara.
okay,
Oke
Wahada.
Wahara.
Yep. And I know that X there with that, what we call,
Yeah, how
that's
do
what
you
we call a
pronounce the,
glottal state. A glottal
what is like
stop.
the, sorry,
Yeah.
repeat that.
Or people will say you should you kidding. So at that. So if you would try that again, say okay.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Is there like a ha at the beginning of it? Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna put that right there. Okay.
Hoke.
Good enough, close enough. Yep.
Hoke Wahara.
Yep. Yep, just like that.
Okay.
Want to give it another try?
Yeah, Mark and Beth ga Naga ga Hoke Wahara.
So you want to say end because Naga is talking about end right there.
Oh,
So you
okay.
could say
So-
Mark, Ga, Naga, Bethga, okay, well,
I see. Mark Ga Naga Beth Ga Hoke Wahara.
all right, good on, yeah, I'm getting round of applause over here.
Yeah,
Good
thank
on.
you.
One shut up in, yeah.
Patience for
just like
stumbling
that.
through that. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
you're
the,
good, yeah. And a
is
lot of
the,
times for first timers, it could take some time.
Yes, yeah, exactly. And I know it's a hard language, so I don't want to just, I want to know how to phonetically get it all down. And is the conjunction, is that Ga Naga?
I mean, you can if you want, the way it sounds, sometimes people speak different, make a different tone and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
A lot of times, when there's a lot of beginning speakers, I'm not sure where your level's at. But a lot of times people will, they say Craig Cleveland Senior Ga Naga. And then it just depends how the flow ends up being, so.
Okay.
Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. All
Thank-
right. Yep. And just to kind of, I know DC Donald, he is one of my students. This is probably just a piece of cake for him, a reminder. So
Yeah.
we have class every Wednesday night, so he's pretty kind of almost RO with it. So
Okay. And do you guys mostly meet online?
we teach I teach through the college here. It's kind
Is
of
that, and now is that at is that Madison?
I'm sorry.
Is that Madison, the UW college, or where are you located?
Oh, we're located in Winnebago.
Okay,
Chunky Show, Wawaji.
okay.
So, yeah. All right.
And then you guys through the Ho Chunk Renaissance, like Facebook group, work with the colleges and
Somewhat to an extent, yeah.
somewhat, okay.
But I do have, like I said, Donald, he's here in Macaulay. I have him through the college, my student, so he's come a long way, so he's pretty good.
All right, right on. Well, nice to meet you guys.
Yeah, nice to meet you. All right, so we check out grandparents. We'll continue on with it, Again, like I said, I use it for an example. It's the same thing as expressing your parents, but you have the word shak, old. That's what that means, shak. So it's the exact same way, Alexander. I was like I said on here, we got some employees from around here, and then in the program, and we also got Nanchke, I know she's from language division. Good to see her. Good to see you. And then Vito Gushke. So I was trying to, like I said, try to ask someone, who if it's new to them, so keep that flow going. So without further ado, we look at this. I'll use for an example, Lois Cleveland Ga Naga, Krishno Senior Ga, Okay Shak Wahada. Usually I say that pretty fast all the time, but I want to slow it down for learners. So Alexander,
Yes, sir.
Neish, your turn. So you would say
So
your in both your grandparents.
Ruck Ga Naga, Joan, just should I say senior? Or
The
just
senior, yeah.
senior Joan, Hoke Shahak Wahara.
All right, good on. Yep, just like that. Yep. All right, we'll try Haga. Haga Rave. You want to give it a try? What was yours? Haga, you home? Anybody home?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Okay, yep. Go ahead.
Okay, okay. All right, my parents.
Your parents and your grandparents.
All right. Luella Lyons ga naga. Our Rave Senior ga. Okay, Wahada. Joanne Baker ga naga. Donald Lyons Senior ga. Okay, Shak Wahada.
All right, so you heard how the flow of it, how it said. So As we continue with the flow, DC, Neshune.
Don McCauley Senior Naga, Dolores McCauley Ga, Hoke Wahara, Don McCauley, or I guess I said senior the first time, it should have been junior. Don McCauley Senior Ga, Wanagire Naga, Winona Chief McCauley Ga, Wanagire Hoke Shak Wahara.
It's probably just a piece of cake for him. In a good way, yeah. He's you know, like I said, he's come a long way, so pretty good. Good one. Round of applause, all that good stuff. Wida Guske, we'll call in here, check on ya. Go ahead.
Okay, Parisaga Naga, Hunchkatega, Wanagira Hoke Wahara. Yagi Wira Gushkenga Naga, Wano Pe Hoka, Hoke Shak Wahara.
All right, well, shut up, pin. Hey, pin. I will, Nanchke. Nesh une. Opi gishi.
Okay. Mary Taylor ga naga Dave DeBorga okay wahada. Dolores Littlejohn naga Warren Littlejohn Senior ga okay shak wahada.
All right, hi, pin. Well, shut up, pin. I want to make mention okay, shock. That one, you know, we really couldn't find a word for grandparents. Maybe an Anshke might have heard, maybe Wida Gushke might have heard, someone else. So we asked the eminent speaker, well, what if we just said, could we possibly say okay, shock? And so he kind of had to think upon it, and finally he agreed upon it. So we could have, like I said, find a word for grandparents. So that's kind of where that comes from. Old parents. So if anybody has a different way, a good, maybe better way to say grandparents, and Wagi Jirawi, you know, help us out. Without further ado, everybody's done a good job, so we'll continue on. Okay, now we're gonna practice a full introduction. Okay. So just for an example, I'll go first and then we'll go how it goes on my side. So Hanach Hinikadagi Wangshik Rajra. I could say Wangje, but I'm gonna say sitting because I'm sitting. Mahiru Kadaga Wanangshana. Maikate Rajra Craig Cleveland Jr. ga Wanangshana. Chekchi Hiki Kadach Wanangshana. Craig Cleveland Sr. ga Naga Diana Koya Cleveland ga Okewa Hara. Lois Cleveland ga Naga Chris No Sr. ga Wanahira. Okay, Aqua Hara. What I said there, each of it, you know, my English name is Michael or Wang Shik. On the vice versa that. My Indian name, my Hoit'e name, Wang Shik, is keeper of the land, and I express my English name, and all that with my sitting position, and then my clan, Buffalo clan, my parents, my grandparents. We did that in the prior slide. So without further ado, we'll continue on. If you don't know the sitting, if you do, you know, go ahead and use the sitting. But if you don't, you can use what it says here. So on my side here, I'll start from the bottom. So we're from the way top before prior slide. So on the bottom we have Nanchke. So I'm gonna say Chimaija Hashini. The floor is yours.
Okay, Wangshik Rajra Nachke Wachechi Winga Wa Unangshana. Maikate Rajra Dana Deborga Wa Unangshana. Hunchiki Karach Wa Unangshana. Mary Taylor ga Naga Dave DeBorga, OK Wahara. Dolores Littlejohn ga, Naga Warren Littlejohn Senior ga, OK Shak Wahara.
All right, hi P, want to shut up P? I wish there was a round of applause button on here. All right. P, it's game, good one. All right, we'll continue on over here to Wida Gushke. Kimana Hashini. Self intros.
Oh, I'm sorry. Huang Shik Rajara, Wira Gushkanga, Wawanam Shana, my Fate Rajara, Simia Lone Triga, Wawanam Shana. Huang Shiki Karatrija, Wawanam Shana, Teresa Lone Triga, Naga, Dana Lone Tree, Wanahira, Hoit'e Wahara. Lucille Cleveland, Ga, Naga, Ed Lone Tree Jr., Ga, Hoit'e Shak Wahara. I greet you all. Oh, I'm sorry, Hanachini Padagili. I greet you all. My English name is Samia Lone Tree. My Ho-Chunk name is Star Woman. I'm Bear Clan. My mom is Teresa. My dad is Dana. My grandparents were Lucille and Edward Lone Tree Jr.
All right, hi P, want to shut up P? Let's get washing. Like I said, wish there was a round of applause button. You know, find out there's a round of applause button on here. Good on, IP. All right, DC. Neshune.
Hanachini Karagi, Wankshik Rajra Kunuga, Waunakshana, Maikate Rajra, Disiga, Waunakshana, Wakanja, Iki Karach, Waunakshana, Don Macaulay Jr., Ga Naga, Dolores Macaulay Ga, Hoke Wahara, Don Macaulay Sr. Ga, Wanagire Naga, Winona Chief Macaulay Ga, Wanagire, Hoke Shak Wahara.
All right, hi Pin. Want to shut up Pin. Pin, this game. Good one. All right, we'll continue on here to Alexander.
Yeah, this is going to be a crash course for me. I'm
I
gonna
hope
stumble. I'm
not.
gonna stumble
Hopefully
through
you're
the.
comfortable with it.
Yeah, throw me right in. Can you preface the first three lines for me?
Sure, yeah. That's what we're here to help each other.
How do you go through the first reading?
That first one is an Indian name, so if you don't have one, you could just skip that, and you can just go for the Maikate Rajra. So first, I want to ask, do you have an Indian name?
Do you have an English name?
Indian name. If you don't have one, you
No,
can just skip
no,
that.
just an
All right.
English name. Yeah,
So will you say Maikate?
Maihate,
Yeah, that's pretty good. Good one. Rajra.
Maihate Rajra,
Yep. Yep. And then you could say your
Alexander,
name.
Ga, and I heard everyone else say this. Can you say the last part of that?
Wajena.
Wa Oanajena.
Yeah. You have your two nasals there, your U and your A.
Yeah.
Wajena.
Wa Onajewa.
So you're
No.
almost there.
Yeah.
I'll try it out for you again. So I say Wajena. Wajena.
One more time.
Wajena.
Wa Owajewa.
Close enough. Yep. Wajena.
Okay.
And then, of course, maybe you don't have a clan, and then you could just kind of say it again, your parents and your parents. Another go around and practice.
Yeah. So I know my friend Amber and her mother Jennifer are there. Her mother was Rockman, and they're from the Bear Clan. So I know as far as that much. And so
Okay.
that is my connection with the language, and I wanted to talk to Jennifer more with it and have her try to learn it. So I figured couldn't hurt to try. Let's just give it a go and see how it goes from there.
Okay,
we're
yeah,
on
I like it.
The third line now, which would be, okay, so we would skip that and then we did this earlier, so Beth ga naga, Mark ga hoke wahara. Was that okay?
That was pretty good. That's pretty
Uh,
good. IP.
Rup ga naga, Joan ga hoke shak wahara, shak wahara.
Good one. Good one. Pijan is good. Pijan. Good on.
Yeah, I'll go
Much
back and
IP.
study how to phonetically say those first two lines or the first line. But yeah, thank you.
Yeah, it takes some
For the-
time,
thank
you
for
know,
the
it takes some
patience,
time.
everyone. Yeah, it does, yeah.
You're good. All right.
And
Good
I
on
know
you.
I'm just joining, so I hope I don't like mess up the flow or anyone's technique, so
Oh, no, more the better, more the better. We enjoy your company, so.
thank you.
All right, as we'll continue on to the next one. Everyone's doing a good job. Okay, here's what we call what you're looking at as a verb. Okay, verb, as it says there. We're always visiting relatives. Okay, we're visiting relatives. DC, could you say that for us?
Homankini.
Yep, Homan Kinney. I want to make mention here, excuse me, Haga Rave, he's an apprentice. I accidentally skipped him, but he is an apprentice with the program. And you know, it's good practice for him, but at the same time, I know he on his behalf, I'm both saying he does know how to introduce himself. So excuse me there, Haga Rave.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, I was just telling everybody that excuse me there, I skipped you on the introductions, but you know, on your behalf.
Oh, that's
I was
fine, that's
telling
fine.
you that
Yeah, it's fine.
You're pretty good, humbly saying, we're learning.
Humbly.
Okay, so we have first person, class, first person. Continue on here, first person, we have the long nasal A. It's the same thing as saying that, only thing that's different is the long nasal A, okay? And then we say homakini, okay? You might hear it in there, but it's a long nasal A, homakini. Okay, for first person, for saying I visit, okay? Homakini. So what you're looking at, class, is we call this a verb conjugation breakdown, or some will say verb bracket. This is used when creating a sentence or talking Ho-chunk. Okay, SOV, subject, object, verb, and then you have your ending. Okay, there's a few main endings. Okay, when we talk about I visited someone or I'm visiting, but in this preference, we'll talk about I visited. Okay, as you see there as an example on the bottom, it ends in na, but basically that said visited. So I visited my so and so. So just keep that in mind for each one. Okay, na. So as we got, why is it na? Okay, well at the end of the verb, the letter, last letter, and ends with a vowel, so we end it in na. Okay. So at the end of any verb, not just this one, but the end of any verb, that last letter, if it ends in a vowel, it's gonna go to na. But it depends on what you're talking about. Okay. In the past, these are all past tense, but when any Ho-chunk sentence has na or shana, at the end of the last letter, past tense, they already happened. There are some present tense terms. We got to be careful with that, but that's for another time, but we're keeping it simple. So as we keep going here, homakiniwi. Okay, homakiniwi. That's how we say that. Alexander, how do you say second person? Want to try that out?
Homa Kiniwi.
Close enough. We got a couple right there. So go ahead and give it a try.
Homo nak. Homo Kini. All I can say is Homa Kini.
Yep. Homanakini. Close
Homa
enough, but
Homa Nakini.
yeah, good job. Homanakini.
Homanakini.
visit. Yep. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good one. So since you said that first one there, how would you say the second person plural?
That is a good question.
Go ahead and give it a try. I have faith in you.
Thank you, thank you. Am I looking bottom left here?
Right over here, right there.
Sorry, I have to move these tabs. Which way? Which?
Right there. Can you see that?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Homanakini we.
Yep, yep. Good try. Yep. Homanakiniwi.
Homanakini we.
Yeah, yeah. Just like that. Good one.
Okay.
Eskewashi. Said it good. Done well. Good one. Third person. We'll ask since I'm gonna gain my respect back. Aga, how would you say third person?
Homakini.
Yep, exactly. And then that's he, she, it visited. All right. Third person plural, right there. Third person plural is what we call that. And on the always, you're gonna, and you see Hoit'e, that's always third person plural. Hoit'e. And this is always gonna be repetitive. We, Hoit'e. So how would you say that? Haga.
Homakini hide.
Homakini hide.
Yep, yep, just like that. Yep, exactly. All right, as we keep going, again, so like I said, and then when we always ask questions, when I add that in, we always ask questions, it's always going to be second person all the way through third person plural. Okay. And I guess maybe someone asked one time, could you use first person? I guess maybe when you probably maybe you forgot, maybe you visited someone, you know. He's so caught up homakini, you know. Did I visit my brother, little brother? So I guess maybe you know you want to remind yourself, but mainly second person through third person plural.
Tony, I have a slide on that. The next one that goes through the question starters and the verb second
All
person.
right.
Okay.
All right. So once again, we have when I introduce our maybe you visited your little, let's say we, for an example, we'll use our older brother. Okay, we'll use our older brother. Okay. Again, males, okay, males, it's hini, females, it's hichiro. All right. All right, so how would you say on my side, Hog-Rib, how would you say I visited my older brother?
Nini hara homakinina.
All right, you hear that, class? Hinihara homakinina. Okay. All right, Alexander. I visited my older brother.
Hinihara homakini hide.
You had a good sentence structure there, but
Oh no, I'm reading H-I-R-E, hide, no. Homakini na.
All right, good one, yeah. DC, when he said he didn't know, what did he say when you said that?
That was third person.
Yeah,
they
that was their
visited.
first
Yeah,
word.
so that would not make sense in any language. So thank you.
I mean, it does, yeah. What you said was they visited
visited.
my little brother. Yeah, yeah, that's what you said.
But yeah, for me, right, I would say, so hinihara homakini na homakini na.
Yeah, yeah, you got it right. Good one. Yeah, that's
Okay.
good question. Good one. Wiragushke, how would you say I visited my older brother?
Hichiro hara homankini.
All right, good one. Class, you hear the difference? It's the same setup, just a different kinship term or sibling term. All right, next up here, Nanchke, how would you say I visited my older brother?
Kichiro hara homakinina.
All right, hi, Pin. Pin has skin. Good one, good one. Yeah, again, females, like I said, we had two females express their older brother, visit their older brother, okay? We have Rita Gushke, she said, Hichiro Hara. Nachike said Hichiro Hara. Versus when we had two men here, three men, we said Hini, okay? So you use that for any term, not just sibling terms. Okay, you can use that for family terms. As we got another minute here, I'm gonna go randomly now, okay? I'm gonna go randomly. Alexander. Okay,
Yes.
how do we say I visited my younger brother? You remember?
No, that was the first slide when I joined in.
When you-
I
oh yeah, it was, huh? Okay.
I remember looking at it, I just can't recall it.
Isuk.
Isuk, Suk,
Isuk.
In, Insuk,
Isuk.
Isuk,
It's actually
like
Hi. Isuk.
Isunk. What's the first part?
So you would say Isuk. Isukara. Hi.
Isukara,
Yep.
Isukara,
And then I visited my younger brother, so Isuk.
Hisunk,
Hara.
Hara,
And then
um,
Omakinina.
Homakinina.
Yep, just like that. Yeah, this is my my little brother. All right. Good one, class. I want to say thank you. You know, hopefully you learned something. Like I said, maybe it was something a quick reminder. So once again, good to hear you. Good to see from you. We will have class Thursday. Want to say Mauna Ho'opigishi, God willing. You know, in a good way. Without further ado, class, if you other participants, outside participants, if you missed this class, I know life happens. You can always go back and rewatch it, rehear it. And without further ado, thank you once again.